What's up, everybody? This is Kenny Cummins here of Chilling with Kenny C right here on TMVcafe.com, bringing you entertainment to your ears. And I'm joined with a lady that I've known a little over a decade ago, actually. I interviewed her on my wrestling podcast, Triple Threat Wrestling Radio. This was back in April 2012. And now here we are, a little over a decade later, and we back at it again. She is the queen of the lariats. She is, as the shirt reads, Miss What That Lariat Do. I got Ruthless LaLa. She's with me right now. How's it going?
Man, I like, yo, I'm sitting here in all because I was like, fuck, excuse my language. Like, damn, it was 2012.
Yes.
Shit, boy, this is showing how old I am. But we ain't gonna tell nobody. We are not going to tell nobody. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Like it still fucked me up when you was like, as a teacher, so I was like, oh shit, I keep forgetting he has a t-shirt on. God, I'm such a nerd. It's okay though. We're here. Thank you for having me back again. I massively appreciate it. I am honored to be here.
Very happy to have you and to reconnect and everything. So obviously, I still keep in touch with talent like yourself. What's been going on with you and everything. You're definitely making waves, representing the prolific crew. And so let's start with that so I can get up to speed with what's been going on with Ruthless LaLa, what she's been up to since the last time I chatted with her. Prolific, that's a dope crew. I like what they're doing. I like what they're representing culture, obviously. So talk about this crew, Prolific, and how y'all been doing. What's going on with y'all?
Man, so for all of this is 2023, right?
Yeah.
My years, like so much has been happening. So all of 2022, after March 19th, 2022, I proceeded to whoop the shit out of my best friend and vice versa for a whole year. I returned back to wrestling and I returned back at BCW. And I respectfully took the BCW title off of Amy's hand. She wasn't using it or doing anything with it. So, I had to go and put prestige on it. And I remember my best friend. A lot of people don't know that, me and Isaiah Wolf are not like just friends because of wrestling, but like we've been best friends since his whole wrestling career. Inside, outside the ring, that has been by far somebody that has always been there for me. It's always had my back. Even when I got to the points where I've shut down and I didn't want to talk to anybody, my depression got bad. Even when I was out for that year and a half and I felt like I was never coming back and I didn't know what I was going to do, like him and Deshaun was like two people that was constantly giving me positive vibes and energies and always sending me all the love. It was like, yo, you got this, you got this, you got this, and then Return came back and he was there for my first match back. He also helped me with my gear, which made him want to punch me because, oh my God, like looking at how I am now to how I was when I came back. Oh my God, it was like trying to put a picture trying to put a 25-pound bass into like some extra small leggings. It just don't sound right. So like it was crazy, and I remember I stayed an extra day because I wanted to go to Pro Wrestling R and support him and watch him do his thing finally live in person instead of like over the phone or, watching the video. And so went and I watched him wrestle. Couldn't have been prouder. I've said it once and I'll keep constantly saying it. Isaiah Wolf is like New York's best kept secret. That is the best way I can put it. You can quote me on it. A lot of people pretend to rock with him, but then when it comes time for actions, like the math ain't mathing, and regardless, Isaiah was by far one of the most dopest up and coming talents. He is a gym in his wrestling. He's a locker room leader. He is him. He has the it factor, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's not signed somewhere by the end of this year. So he told me that, hey, for the pandemic, before all this crazy stuff happened, I want you to be my first lady of Prolific. And I was like, words? He's like, yeah. He's like, but then, the pandemic happened and then, your health and everything got crazy, He's like, but now you're back and, that spot is yours. It's been yours, How you feeling about it? And I was like, yeah, oh, like, I'm happy for it. Pause. Like, I'm happy, but I can't join the team until like we fight, yo. I was like, best friends. I was like, plus you're the leader of the group. Like I can't join a group where I can't like fight, what I'm saying? Like fight the leader, hashtag, the leader slash my best friend, like we gotta go to war first before I go to war with you. That's always been my concept. And then plus me coming back, I did not want to take my time. I didn't want to, start slow and eventually build up to where I needed to get to. I was like, fuck that, man. Like I wanted to dive head first into the lava, And I knew if anybody was gonna shock my system and wasn't gonna take it easy on me, was gonna give me exactly what I was asking for. It was gonna be somebody that knows me better than my mother. And that is the craziest shit that if somebody could ever say, but it's a fact. Isaiah Wolf knows me better than my own mother. And like it's the craziest shit ever. So I was like, yo, we gotta wrestle. And he was like, nah, you don't want these problems. Like, like get your weight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like get your reps up. You know what I'm saying? Like, then after you do that, then we'll have a conversation. I was like, that's not what I asked, And so it was like every time I saw him, like, yo, nephew. Because I'm everybody's wrestling auntie, in some sense. So, I have a lot of wrestling nephews. And so I was like, nephew, we're gonna get this match. And he's like, chill out, auntie. Like, this ain't what you want. You know what I'm saying? You better ask such and such, such and such, such and such about what happened when I wrestled then. I'm like, yo, I ain't Masha. Like I'm not Riley Shepard. I'm not none of these other. I'm not Janai Kai. I like these are all amazing women that like I would love to still get in a ring and wrestle. But I was like, yo, I'm not them. You feel me? Like, give me what I want. And yo, oh my god, it was the worst. So I was like, fuck it. Last time I saw him, I said, yo, since you don't want to give me what I asked for, I'm just gonna take your social media and we'll see what happened there. And he's like, fine, then do it. I was like, all right, bet. Uh Went to the crib right then and there, did the promo right off the rip. Uploaded it, went to sleep, like over 1,200 views. Like about 12 quote tweets, I believe. And like everybody's like, yo, she calling you out, son. Like, this is getting crazy, and then like it went on until he finally responded and was like, I'm a different breed. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, I'd be right here. But I was like, I get what I want. Like if I want to match with somebody, I'm not gonna stop until I get it, And it's not even just like that's not even my thought in wrestling, it's my way in life. If there's something that I want to achieve and that I want to do, I'm gonna do it no matter what. No matter how much people tell me I can't do it or whatever the case is, like I'm going to do it, like regardless. So it started, man. It started with just us going back and forth. And he broke the cardinal rule, man. He said my government name. Um, and I believe that was like the first time ever in like 20 years that I've wrestled, besides going at it with my baby bro Joe Black, that I snapped. I put it on Twitter. I said the next time I see you is on site. I did like 3 podcasts before I saw him, and I told him like, yo, when I see him, I'm going to slap the shit out of him. And sure enough, it's exactly what happened. It's so funny because it actually went viral on TikTok, and then somebody flagged it for violence and like gang violence and like hateful speech, like crazy shit. And I was like, oh fuck. So like legitimately that was a slap that was heard everywhere. And that's kind of like the slap that changed everything as far as my career last year and as far as Isaiah's career last year. No promotion we were at was safe. legitimately. Whether it was a promotion that he was at, that he was a heavyweight champion, or where I was the women's champion or champion in general. No promotion was safe. We went everywhere. He stole my belt. I ended up getting his belt because he tossed it to me. He put my belt in the refrigerator. I put his belt in the oven. Like there was so much that was going on, man. And legitimately, it was like a good 3 months of us just going at it and just doing the most. Like haven't had no interaction until I caused him a tag team match, and after I defended my at the time BCW Women's Championship successfully by beating the brace off of Karen Bam Bam. He came in and hit me with my own lariat, man. Like the shit was crazy. Um, and from there, shit just kept escalating to where it finally got to the point to where it's like, all right, bet. Um, there's only one way this is gonna end. Best of 5 series. Winner takes all. And when I beat your ass, you're gonna put some respect on my name. It went from something simple as I just wanted a match, to be pushed to get back to where I used to be, to it was a whole war, man. My nephew, who are also, excuse me, who are also part of Prolific, which is Marcus Marquis and Tyree Taylor. They end up getting put in the middle of it. And Tyree ended up getting a lariat from me. Marcus ended up getting a knee from Wolf. It got so bad to where both guys just was like, we ain't showing up no more. This is between y'all. And finally, we were matched for. I had him beat 2-1. And oh, did he hate that? It was the craziest shit ever. So I was supposed to wrestle Rebecca Scott at Pro Wrestling Magic for the Keys to the Kingdom qualifying match, but she could not show up due to the family emergency. And I was like, well, bet, I'm just gonna come out here and hang out, go to commentary, and do what I do best, talk shit. And lo and behold, the music hits. I hear a wolf howling, and I was like, oh shit. And he comes out, and like I already got to the point I didn't want to wrestle him anymore because I really just wanted my best friend back. Like it got to the point to where this wasn't business anymore; it was personal, and it got blown way out of proportion. And he wasn't trying to rock with it. He's like, "Nah, nah, you got me fucked up. They think I'm pussy." And right then and there, match 4 happened. We beat the brakes off of each other. But at the end, he picked up the win, which made us tied. And at that point in time, he grabbed the microphone and was like, I know this is the best of 5 series, but let's leave it at a tie. And he didn't want to end the year without me being part of Prolific and us putting the drip set in full form. The drip set is when all members of Prolific are just dripped out with gold. That's pretty much how it is. And that night he had the t-shirt, pulled the t-shirt out. Mind you, this man, we beat the shit out of each other this whole match, and this man had the t-shirt in his shorts the whole time. And it was like, pulled the t-shirt out and was like, asked me to join Prolific, man. And I cried. It was a very emotional moment, and I joined Prolific. And on December 31st at Pro Wrestling Magic, all of us walked in and walked out champions. They walked out the Tri-Wizard champions. I walked out your new Pro Wrestling Magic Women's Champion. And since then, it has been drip era. We have been doing things. We have been going places. I've had my own group. I've been a part of groups. And because of how certain things have happened, I didn't want to be part of any more groups. I didn't. For me, it's about the time. I am a very emotional person. Like I don't try to hide that at all. Like I'm a very emotional being. And when I love hard. When I care hard. And I really didn't want to put myself back through that again, only to get my heart broken and then no longer part of a group anymore. And it's just and especially like I'm 20 years in the business now. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it, And so becoming part of Prolific was, I went against what I said that I would never do, which was be in a group again, But it's that I don't want to say it's the get out of jail free card. It's like it's not a get out of jail free card. At the same time, it's also like that one golden ticket you have, And the thing about Wolf is he never gave me a reason to not trust him. Like he's always had my best interest in mind. He's always had my back. Even when people tried to do the most and tried to ruin me and my career, like him and everybody else stay 10 toes down and they always had my back, and I was like, if you can do this and I'm not part of the group yet, if you could be there for me outside of wrestling, me in person more of how you've been when we was on the phone, if you can go to bat for me and have my back through and through, that's a group that I want to be a part of. Do we bump heads? Yes. Oh my God. I'm the only female in this group, so like it's like it's like, how do you put it? It's like having a peach. It's like having a peach in a dick swinging contest. It's like a lot of testosterone and a little bit of estrogen. You know what I mean? Like, but then again, like I'm a tomboy, so it's like you get the emotional Black woman slash auntie slash sister, just it's a lot, So, can tensions get high sometimes? Yes, but it's just like in any other family, But at the end of the day, those are my boys. Those are my nephews. I love them to death. I'll go to bat for them. At the same time, I'll chastise the shit out of them, in private. You know what I mean? Like, it's just how all of us are. You know what I mean? Like, if there's a disagreement, it's something that nobody would never see. Nobody would never see any disagreements or any arguments or nothing because point blank period, whether it's in wrestling or in life, that's something you keep private. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't let people who are not inside the group in there, because the second you start letting people know your business, you're giving people the permission to criticize what you do. So I could truthfully say that with everything that I've been through with this group, if I had to go back and go through it again, I would definitely go through it again. I love every last one of them. They're dysfunctional as shit, just like I am. And we have our wise man of the group, which is Dre, Big Dre, from Your Sports. Yeah. So it's a nice group together. Prolific is actually international now because myself and Isaiah went overseas in June, representing CZW. We wrestled at WXW. Shout out to WXW. Like, the trainers, their facilities, just their hospitality was amazing. We wrestled at PCW UK. Shout out to Steven, by far an amazing, awesome ass person. And Pro Wrestling Holland, oh my God, had a blast. Shout out to Pro Wrestling Holland. Like, every promotion that we worked at overseas was by far so welcoming. Like, they were amazing and like treated us like fucking superstars, man. I was everly so happy and I was everly so proud. And I was honored as well as Wolf to go overseas and represent the United States as well as CZW. After our feud ended this year, we won 4 podcast feuds of the year. Had a lot of people that was like, yo, like, y'all was on my timeline for like 3 to 6 months, respectfully. And I was like, yeah, let's go. Like, I was really excited. I was happy about it. Because it was something that, and it's kind of breaking the kayfabe right now. And I can do that with myself because it's me, to be really honest, I did not know um if I was going to be able to make it through, 2022 wrestling, because of how my health was. And, my health is still my health. This HS is an asshole, but we're holding together, we're hanging in there. So if 2022 was gonna be my last year wrestling, um, I wanted to leave wrestling, better. You always want to leave wrestling better than what it was. And the one thing that I've always noticed is how everybody always spoke on how Isaiah Wolf was this amazing wrestler, and he has massive potential. But like I said, when it came to actions, it just didn't add up. So I literally just wanted to devote like the rest of that year to just help get my best friend out there and help get him on every platform, because everybody deserves to see Wolf works. Wolf is a phenomenal worker. And I'm not saying that because he's my best friend. I'm saying that as a just honest ass person. I'm saying that as honestly, I'm saying it as Tanya. Like Wolf is a amazing person, uh, inside the ring and outside the ring, and he deserves all his fucking flowers. And so if I could help put eyes on my best friend and him to get the credit that he's busted his ass for, and the respect and the validation, I'm totally okay with that. Like I'm really okay with that. I don't want nothing in return, no nothing. I just want to see my people shine, and to see my people on TV shining and doing what they do best is the greatest achievement, is the greatest feeling ever. And that's the problem with a lot of people. People are so afraid to see their peers doing better than them, but at the end of the day, if we're all getting this bag, we're all doing great. So I just wanted to see my bestie shine and have that spotlight on him as he should. And little did I know that it'll be a blessing in disguise. Everything started really picking up and started going good. We went overseas. We've been at MLW having our boy Alex Kane's back, just being there and support. Like it's not something like, oh my God, I want to get on TV. No, I want to be there and support my peoples, because Alex Kane is somebody that I've known for a very long time. Before he became a suplex assassin, and we were like in the car in Georgia traveling to Hole in the Wall promotions, you know what I mean? And just it's me, him, and Fletch, in the car, and sometimes Cameron talking about, yo,
Yeah.
there's a platform that is out there for us, and we're gonna be there. And I remember being there for him when he won the belt from Hammerstone. I remember it was like about 3 hours before the show, and me, him, and Wolf was just sitting there, and I was like, I said, "Yo," I was like, "We had this conversation." You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about being here 6, 7 years ago. I was like, now look at us. You're about to be world MLW world heavyweight champion. You feel me? Like we're doing big shit. You know what I mean? And he's like, words. And it was just good to sit back, because like I've always wanted to have those conversations, to where back in the day I'd be like, yo, 5 or 6 years from now, we gonna see this shit, we're gonna laugh. And that was really one of the moments like, yo, like back in the day we had this conversation, bro, and now look at us, son. Like,
Oh yeah.
so it's just been amazing, man. We've had some beef with Jobber South. Um, Prolific and Jobber South has massive beef, and we've just been going crazy about it at Battle Club Pro. Shout out to Battle Club Pro. Also, Culture Inc. tried to jump my wrestling nephew Tyree Taylor. So when they pulled up to Battle Club Pro, they didn't pay attention, and so we took their boy Nick into custody, temporary custody. He's back with them. We took care of him. We fed him. And you know ain't no telling where prolific is gonna pop up next. You know what I mean? The person who you would ask more about this group would be Isaiah, because this is his baby. This is what he created. Having like-minded individuals, who are about getting the bag, who is about securing the bag and being business-minded, and handling business. And also it's a good thing to have people around you that you can trust, because there's always a lot of people out here pretending to have your back but only want to try to drag you when you don't do what they want. So to have like-minded individuals around you is very refreshing. Um, and so to really, prolific is a family. It's not just a saying. It's not just a word. It's a way of life for us. I can't speak for them. I can speak for myself. But just as easy as you see us in wrestling, like we're also outside of wrestling, talking, hanging out, shooting the shit, just being asshats,
Yeah.
So it's honestly, it was something that I didn't want. That's the best way I could sum up my relationship with prolific. It was something that I didn't want, but at the same time, it was something that I needed. And I am forever grateful to and honored to be the first lady of Prolific. I don't take that lightly. I take it with a grain of salt. Anywhere I go, I make sure people understand I am the first lady of Prolific, respectfully. Always putting it out there, respectfully. And so, man, it's been a amazing journey that I wouldn't trade for anything. I'm very happy and honored to be a part of Prolific, and to have them watch my back and vice versa, and just to have a very nice family, very family oriented, and we watch out for each other. So I'm more than happy and more than honored to be a part of this amazing group with these crazy yet wonderful yet dysfunctional ass people. Respectfully, like I love those guys. And if they give me shit about this, whenever they watch this, I'll punch them in their esophagus when I see them. Oh my gosh.
So that's awesome. Shout out to everybody at Prolific, you know, representing for the culture, representing professional wrestling, representation truly matters. So see what y'all been able to do, not just here in America, but internationally. It's a beautiful thing. Isaiah Wolf, I've heard of him. I've heard so much talk about him. He's definitely one of one, and you know, I definitely want to see him flourish even more, and get on the TV screen. But this dude he's the truth. He's that dude. He's him. And prolific. They doing it the damn thing for so long. They're gonna keep going,
And
strive.
that's the thing that people don't understand. It's like, there's four individuals, but yet, like not only do we do quads, trios, tags, but all of us are single individuals that go out here and take over territories. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a thing to where it's the jack of all trades in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing prolific can't do. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, absolutely. 20 years in this business. That's awesome. So I've been a fan of yours since 2012, and see how far you've come since then, and just coming back, obviously, and making a statement, kicking ass, taking names. You know, you deserve your flowers, LaLa, for Auntie LaLa. For everything you have done in this business, blood, sweat, and tears, going through the adversity and everything. Uh, I'm on Twitter. I'm on social media. I always see LaLa doing something, and it makes me very happy to see um, you just doing the damn thing for, in professional wrestling. So it's so good to reconnect with you, and see that you're doing well. And I'm very happy for you, and for everybody that's representing. So it's pretty. incredible. And I am repping that lariat. You know what I'm saying? You can get this pro wrestling tees. Respectfully, I've got this since 2020, and I wore it multiple times since
Hell
then.
yeah, let's
So
go.
it's
And there's more t-shirts on there. Also, when you go on Pro Wrestling Tees, type in prolific because we do have the I like to call it the dope ass GTA themed t-shirt. So definitely go and go also type in Ruthless LaLa on Pro Wrestling Tees and then also type in prolific. Go get the merch. Go rock it. Yo, it's a good thing, man. And to it sucks that I don't have merch on hand, but it's also a good thing to be able to tell people, hey, I don't have it on me, but you can go order it down. So it's good, man. It really is. It's I don't think I would be ready um for Mercedes Martinez this Friday if I didn't have these guys having my back and uplifting me when I am just a wreck.
It's a big match right there. Mercedes Martinez this Friday, one of the biggest names in pro wrestling. Her resume speaks for itself. So that's gonna be a hell of a match right there for fans to enjoy. So go check that out, please. Support independent wrestling. Support these individuals that's giving it their all for us fans, and you in for a treat when these two ladies go at it this Friday. Kick your weekend off right. Um, so
And if you
that's
can't make it, if for any reason you're not in the New York or New Jersey or North area, it will be streamed live on Title Match Network. So make sure if you don't have Title Match Network, get Title Match Network. When you get Title Match Network, type in "We Are Wrestling." And if you can't make it, watch it live, man. All supporters support, man.
absolutely. So go check out Ruthless LaLa on social media. She's on, I guess we still technically call it Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter. I ain't calling
I'm
it
still calling
X.
Twitter. I'm not calling it X. Look. And if I do, I'm gonna call it Twitter X. Like I'm just gonna like put it all together. Like, yes, I'm still on Twitter X.
so
Uh
so she's on there at Ruthless LaLa. She's on Instagram. She's on all the sites out there. And again, get your
Now
prolific, you know,
about Instagram, don't type in Ruthless LaLa. Legitimately, that is my old account. I have not been able to get back in it. When you go on Instagram, type in straight Ruthless one, STR the number 8, RUTHLESS the number 1. You will see it pop up saying, "Miss What That Lariat Do." I am her.
gotcha. I'll definitely follow you on that as well. Lala, it's so good that we connect with you and catching up
Definitely,
with
man.
you.
Oh man,
Um,
I massively appreciate it, man. Like I didn't know it was like 2012, and I was like, holy shit, it's
so
crazy.
this is how I know how long it's been, because a few weeks ago I see that you liked an old interview that we did. I'm like, wait a minute, 2012? Holy shit! Yeah, it has been a long time. So it was. So that's how we reconnected. That's how it was. So um, check out the prolific merch. Check out the Ruthless LaLa merch on Pro Wrestling Tees, and support. This is one of the no. This is the coolest shirt I've ever purchased. I've wore this multiple times since I got it. So then people are like, "What the lariat do?" I said, Ruthless LaLa. That's what that lariat do. You seen lariats, you seen
It does a
clotheslines,
lot.
you
It does a
know.
lot, man. Everybody finds out what that Larry do, and I tell them all the time, they're like, what the Larry do? I'll be like,
So good that we connect with you, Lala.
hey,
Continue
man,
success. Have a great match this Friday against Mercedes Martinez, and
thank you so much.
I'll definitely be tuning into that. Thanks again. You enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your
Thank you
weekend.
so much, ma'am. Same to you, bro.
All right. You have a good night.
All right, bro. You too.
All right. Peace.